And hello, once again, you all. This is WFTB 104.1 FM Tab Nashville Gospel Radio. And we're also recording Sacrificial Conversations at the same time, y'all. This is a blessed day we are in. We are so excited today to have a special guest, and we're actually doing this from a Zoom call today, you all. We are doing live chatting from the radio station, and we got our special guest today, Pastor Darren Freeman in the
Yay,
building.
in
How
the
you doing, Pastor
building.
Freeman?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
We
What's
We are
up,
good,
Monica?
Pastor. We good. We good.
Amen.
We finally got you on the show, Mr. Busy. All these different hats and different things. We finally got a little bit of your time to come on our show.
I'm trying. I'm still trying to get there because you make them eggs.
It's for you, Pastor.
Pastor, before we get started, y'all, I gotta introduce my pastor. And Pastor, I want you to give a small resume. Y'all, we've been blessed to be a part of this ministry now going on our second year, and this young man has came into our life and he has blessed us tremendously. He has actually given us a platform on his radio station,
Yes, on
the
his
church radio station, that a young black African American man came up with the idea to do his own radio station. So, Pastor, I'm gonna stop a little bit. I'm gonna let you give a little resume, but we want to gear this night towards the radio station. What's the vision for the radio station? What actually prompted you to actually want to start a radio station, and a couple of different other things? But real quick, give us a small resume of you, what you do, who's in your life. Just give us a small resume real quick.
First of all, thank you. Thank you for having me. And I'm glad we're able to do this over the airways. I really do want to be there. And so let's find another time to interview me for something because I got to come and get them eggs.
Absolutely.
But no, I'm Darren Freeman, born and raised in New Haven, Connecticut, as well as Baltimore. Went to Lincoln University, pastored in D.C., I pastored in West Virginia. We're looking at roughly around 35 years now that I've been pastoring. And but when I was at Lincoln, radio came to me because we had our own station at the school.
Okay.
WLIU 88.7. And I went up there just on a dare to take the test, because at that time you had to take a test to get on the air. And I got 100%. And they showed me how to work, the ones and twos and the carts and all the stuff that, you physically had to do. And so I was on Wednesday nights. Believe it or not, I was called Mr. Mellow. That was called the Mr. Mellow Show. And all I would play is Earth, Wind, and Fire all night long.
Wow.
But on Sunday morning, right before church, I would get up, and get to the station by 8. And by 10:30, I was gone and had to run all the way across campus to get to chapel because I was, a choir director and over the choir. And they called me the church boy then. So, I had two faces back then. So, but I've always wanted to start a radio station. But back then, FCC, I mean, it was no joke. It was hard to do. So I kind of walked away from it as I went into my career. And I started pastoring and that type of thing. And I was always into gospel music. I was directing choirs, that type of thing. But then I met Adrian. And when I met my wife, and, she's a recording star on her own, right? Her and her group. And so we started promoting her as a single artist, independent artist. And you might remember 101.1 here in Nashville was Rejoice Musical Soul Food. And so I met the guy, his name was Mike Chandler, and I paid him $500 just to promote Adrian's song. And the Monday they were supposed to do it, Teddy, they went out. I mean, the station flipped to what it is right now, R&B and hip hop. And so I called Mike. I said, Mike, man, what's going on? I just paid you all this money. And blah, blah, blah. We get into a big argument. And finally, something said, get off the phone. I was at the Walgreens parking lot on West End, over there by Brick Tops. And I was just sitting there and I prayed, and something said, start your own radio station. And so I looked, it was about 12 o'clock. By the time I got to the house, about 1:01 in the afternoon that day, I was on the air with Daft Gospel Radio. And, it started becoming a little bit lucrative, and I was excited about it. So I started a second station, and I started a third one. And then I wanted to, get out there and become terrestrial. And so we have Nashville, we have Clarksville, and then I have this other city. So altogether we have 5. So pretty much, that's the story. And I wanted to get people on there, to give them an opportunity to have their voices heard. And not only are you heard in Nashville, but you're heard all over the world. And I'm excited to say that these stations are blessing people on a daily, to the tune of almost 60,000 people.
Wow.
Daily. Yeah. And so right now you're being heard by, hold on, I can tell you right now.
This new technology is something else.
17,597 people right now listening all over the world.
Wow, man. That's amazing. I want to go back real quick. You were talking about how you started doing this in college, man. I did not know you started this in college. So this has been one of your biggest endeavors you've done over your lifetime, because for you to start in your 20s and still to this day, that's what, 30, 40 years later, and you're still doing this. So I got to give you your I got to applaud you for that, man, because anybody who sustains something and are able to take it to another level like you are now, that speaks volumes, man. When I think about us, starting and coming up under you, man, this is something that I never ever thought that we would be doing. But how big do you think that when it comes to like social media and things, how big do you think that the radio and the airways competes against social media is things like Facebook, Instagram? Do you feel like radio holds its own in those certain platforms, or do you think it's a difference between social media and radio?
Yeah, so radio's never going to die.
Come on. Okay.
Right now in Congress, there's a whole lot of people the car makers wanted to take AM radio out of the cars. And so right now there is a law or a bill that's being passed through Congress that AM radio is going to stay in all the cars. The reason for that is when people fall out, right? If internet was to go out, if Russia was to lay a bomb on America right now and kill all the internet infrastructure, where do you think people are going to run to? The radio. Because you can't kill the airways unless you knock out towers. Okay? And there's too many towers in the country, you know what I mean, for that to happen. So radio is not going to die. You have ham radio, you have AM radio, you have FM radio, you even have what they call satellite radio, which really is internet. It's not going anywhere. But what I have noticed is that radio and social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of that, they're shaking hands with one another. You know what I mean? So like right now, this broadcast is going over the airways through a tower, but it is also through the internet, the same show, same exact thing. So so they shake hands.
That's super sweet to hear, man, how that still works in that radio. Because I'm in my mind, I don't even listen to the radio. I just started back listening because of our radio station, and so I'm just really trying to intertwine, how are we gonna make this thing, but you just told me we got over 17,000 people listening at one time. So that's bigger than anything that I've done on social media ever. So, I mean, that speaks volumes to say something.
Well, you know why? You and Pastor and Lady A and DeMarco, all y'all are, blessed to have those new and upcoming vehicles that probably don't have a radio in it. Y'all have all that satellite things, but if you have old school like myself, I have to listen to the radio. So I just want to put that out there. You have a radio?
We got radio. We just don't use.
Oh, is that what it is?
I use mine.
I do now because of the radio station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you not high tech, you have to, still go the old school way.
So, Monica, are you able to hear the radio station good now?
Yeah, in certain parts. If I get too deep, like in the Murfreesboro area, I can't. So, Pastor, you got to get that wattage up so we can hit the Murfreesboro area.
Yeah, I do. I'm working on it as we speak.
Okay, Pastor. So this the next thing I got for you. So for the goals for this year for the radio station, I know we got a lot of endeavors coming up. We got the Spin Awards that's coming up that the radio station has been nominated for. We've also been nominated for an award on there. Our girl Kayla from the church, Madlock, has been nominated. You've been nominated for a couple of different things. What's the next thing? What's our next vision? What's our next goal? Where are we going next with this thing?
Well, first of all, this particular radio station, WFTB Nashville, we are one of 5 up for the Stellar Award for Radio Station of the Year. All right. So we're excited about that. So when the Stellars come, we get a chance to walk the red carpet and all of that. We'll find out if we win. But if we don't, I'm just excited that out of all the radio stations in America, urban radio stations in America, we're one of 5, and we're not even a year old.
Right.
We're not even a year old. So we're excited about that. The Spin Awards, I'm excited about that as well because I know those people. I've helped them. I've seen it grow from a baby to where it is now. And I wanted y'all to be a part of that and meet other people and all. You guys have a great show, the Teddy and Monica show that's on Monday and Tuesday. Those of you who are listening, you ought to share it with other people. This is a great source of information, sacred conversations. And I really wanted to, that's one of my goals, to make sure that your show, Kayla's show, LaJoya's show, we even got Nitra getting ready to come on.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Look at Pastor. He can everybody on.
Yeah, if you could tell, I like to share what I have. I'm not no secret squirrel about what I got and run over into the corner and do my thing. I want to be able to spread it out. And so that's the goal for coming up, is to get more people involved with the station and get excited about it. And let's see what we can do. And I can tell you this, for DAF Entertainment, I got one more thing I need to do, and that is to get a Sirius XM channel. If we can do that and put Teddy and Monica on that, you think we got now we got 17,837 people listening.
Wow.
You think that's something? Oh my God. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are my goals. And then not to say this last, but I really want to be able to spread the gospel.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
That's the main thing. We got so much going on in the airways right now. We need some Jesus. And I want to just do my part to make sure that we're spread that DAF Entertainment, whether it be through free, or whether it be through DAF, whether it be from WFTB Tab Gospel, we got to get that. We got to get a positive word out there, and you guys are doing it. And so kudos to Teddy and Monica.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you.
Thank you.
That great leadership of both our doctors, Dr. Can't leave Dr. Lady A out. We have to give her accolades as well. And we're just honored to be able to have this platform. I know I say all the time, when we first started, I thought we were just gonna be playing music on the radio. I had no idea that this was actually a talk show. And so my husband would get on and talk, and I would just be staring at him, and he'd be like, say, he'd be motioning, say something, say something. Like, what you want me to say? So when he put you on the spot, you don't have a choice but to say something on the radio. But now I'm more comfortable. I thank God for, like I say, the platform. Teddy thought many, many years ago that he was going to be in a pulpit. And I just told him, I said, well, God gave you a different pulpit. He gave you a radio pulpit. And so now, and even got me who shy don't like to talk. It's on a radio station talking. So it's an honor. It's a pleasure. We always give God the glory. And we do want to have a show where people learn about God. What must you do during this day and time and this era? Because it's rough out here. No matter what, today was Monday and it was my first day back from vacation. And I had told myself, I said, stay girded up, stay, I read my word. I got my dumb. I'd done everything I want to do this morning. And it was just a rough day. And that's why I say when we get on these areas on Mondays, we want to give out a positive energy, positive conversation, because some Mondays are hard. You come out the weekend, and we just want to just encourage people to not let the devil sift them like wheat. And that's how I kept telling myself today. Don't let the customers make you angry or take you out of your zone. Just remember, it's not them. You never know what they're going through. So we are enjoying this platform. We really are.
Amen.
So I'm gonna take another spin. We also know that you are a newly recording artist.
Yes.
Okay. You are married to one of the best recording artists in America. She is in a group called Risen, and I know a lot of people know about this group. I grew up on some of Risen's songs over the years of just listening to gospel music, the genre. But you are now a recording artist, and that I'm just thinking about the layers that you have. I mean, from pastoring to owning a radio station, now a recording artist. Were you nervous, or what was the hardest thing about you becoming a recording artist yourself? Good question. I see it on your face.
There's a whole lot to that, to be honest with you. Again, I recorded our choir at Lincoln University.
Wow,
I was
man.
just 20 years old at that time. And so I wasn't new to it. My dad is a recording artist with this old group called the Five Satins. So I grew up in that thing as a little boy, sitting on the organ with my dad. I should be an organist, to be honest with you, but I never had the patience. I was always running around doing something else. But this time around, I felt like, since I have a label and I'm putting out Risen, I'm putting out Adrian, I'm putting out Let Me Battles, I got like 18 other artists that we're putting out. I felt like, you know what? I need to go ahead and do me. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got the resources, go ahead and get it done. And so I actually met up with, you heard of Chicago Mass Choir.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the writers, Percy Gray and his brother, Gerald Gray, the Gray brothers. I said, Percy, you write, Gerald, you produce, right? And they came up with that song, but I needed somebody to do my vocals. And I didn't want to drive to Chicago. And I'm like, wait a minute, I got a recording studio sitting right there, 6801 Charlotte Pike.
Yes, sir.
And I said to Aaron, and I was kind of leery about it because Aaron is tough. I seen him work Risen and Adrian.
Man, he worked us every Sunday.
I may not hit all my notes, and he'll be screaming, no. But turns out it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. And I think I surprised him. He said, you can sing a little bit, because Adrian was supposed to be on the back of this song. But Aaron was like, well, you're already hitting the notes. We'll just finish for you on your next record. We'll put Adrian on.
Okay.
So that's what happened. And when it finally, he played it back, and when it was done, I was like, wait a minute, I think we got a hit here. So And it's turning out to be that way. It really is. We're number 18 in the country right now.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I was just going to ask, how's it doing? Because we were blessed to hear it on Sunday morning at church. And when I tell you, it was so well put together. It was the professionalism in it, man. The instrumentation, you could hear everything clearly. Your voice was over top of everything, and you sound amazing. And look, I mean, I know you say that you're not a singer, man, but you got some chops on you, because you was hitting some great notes there, brother. I'm talking about you was your range went to another level on that, man. So I'm definitely excited about it. Can you give us the name of the song as well, please?
Yeah, it's called "Give You the Glory," and before I go any further, the real singer is sitting next to Monica.
Don't
you know, you's a gospel R&B dude, man. You know, so and I'm gonna go on the record and say this, as I've already said to you in private, Teddy, and I'll say it publicly. I'm looking and talking to Chris right now to see if I can put you two together to come up with something, and then get it produced and get you out there as well.
Wow.
All right. So that's the idea. That's the thought. And so you stay tuned to that. And I don't break promises.
And that's one thing you have not done since I've known you, brother. And that's another good thing about you, man. And we're not here to like pump you up, but we got to give you your flowers while you are here, man. When you set out to do something, and that's a true leader. A true leader sets out to do something and then they accomplish it. And when I see a man, especially African American man, accomplishing things, man, you in a year's time, I'm gonna just give you just a couple of things that I seen. You become a doctor, and I know that took more than a year, but you became a doctor. A recording artist, you got the radio station up and running. The church is growing. You're a married man that shows that you love your wife, man. You're a dad.
Granddad. Don't leave granddad out there.
Granddad. I mean, I could keep going on, man. And like I say, I'm just giving you flowers right now, man, because like I said, you're the reason for what we're doing right now, man. Don't get it twisted. We know God is the ultimate reason, but He has to work through people, man. And when I say that you are truly letting God use you, man, and man, you need to write a book. That's what you really need to do. You need to go ahead and get ready.
And I am.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm working on it right now.
Okay. So now, with you working on your book, I'm gonna need you to come on down the pipeline to show me what to do to get on off into that thing too, man. So, because believe me or not, man, I'm following a lot of the things that you're doing, and I'm, like I say, trying my best to just live up to a good steward of the things that you are showing and giving us to do, but. Go on to the next question.
Well, I'm gonna throw a little
wrench in there, baby.
Y'all left me out past. I know how to sing a little background.
I know you can. But is it possible we could take a quick break? I gotta let some people on another Zoom, and I will be right back.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. I know y'all out there laughing. Teddy and them had a group back in the day, and I did lead a little background. They had to like be right here in my ear, right here in my ear, so I can hear and sing like they were singing. But no, I can't sing a lick, y'all. God didn't bless me with that gift. My husband has that gift. My daughter has that gift. My son and myself, we weren't fortunate enough to get that gift. Yeah.
Theo has the gift though. He does it with instruments.
Well,
though.
Yeah, he has instruments. Well, I played the cello in school, and I played a little bit of piano.
2 or 3 songs.
I can't get any accolades on this.
I'm gonna give it to you as many as I can give you, baby. You can sing and do all that. You can
in the shower, huh?
But like I say, y'all, this has been an amazing conversation tonight. We are excited to have, like I say, our pastor on with us. But like I say, when you wear as many hats as he's wearing right now, you have to be focused. You have to have a drive. And seeing a man have a drive like this to get things accomplished, to get things done, is setting my mentality up to do more things, baby. Because we got our next live is coming up, and we're gonna actually do it at our location
Yes,
tab.
at our church, the 6801 Charlotte Pike.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's
yeah.
up and coming. You know, my husband likes to stay busy. So while we was on vacation last week, we decided to, do a couple things to enhance the radio station as well as the podcast. So we want to get ourselves out there a little bit more. So we're going to do another live. Our last one was awesome. We had it at the Pyramid off of Clarksville Highway. We had a lot of couples there. And once again, this is going to be another couples ministry. Yeah, so we got to stay tuned to that. And that's our pastor join us back in. You know, he's a busybody, so he had to get back in with us. You get everybody
I'm
taken
sorry.
care of.
I'm so sorry. It was something at the church, and yeah, I had to get him in on another Zoom. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay. But we were just talking about, getting out there a little bit more.
No, I heard you talking about you
Yeah.
a background singer.
I did sing background with them past. I really did. But they didn't want me to. I told somebody to be in my ear right here. Just, they had to sing loud and I had to like try to mark what they were singing because they needed an extra person. So they did pull me, but I'm using the person to hold the purses and get the water and dab them off. I'm that person. I'm not that person that get on there and sing, or sell the CDs when it's time.
There you
So,
go.
Right.
yeah, that's me. But no, I wasn't blessed with the gift of singing. Just like they, because if I could sing, oh my goodness, y'all be like, will she please shut up? Yes. So, okay.
So the next thing I want to jump off into, Pastor, having a wife as an artist who also helps you co-pastor the church. And I mean, how would you explain what she does in everything, and what is your wife's role? We know her as, everyone in the world knows her as the lead singer of Risen. Okay, that's what everyone knows her. We know her as First Lady, Lady A,
Dr. Lady
A. She my girl. I mean, I grab, and when I tell you, I've been singing worship all my life, but when I tell you, I grab so much from her every Sunday, and it's actually teaching me and showing me things that's actually taking my worship to another level. But you have to, you're the one who's married to this thing.
This powerhouse.
Yes,
Yes.
that's a good word to use. This powerhouse. How do you engage with her as who, her being an artist, her being the thing, she's a doctor as well. I believe she's a principal at the school as well. Am I correct with that?
Not yet. She's in her final year of teaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
And y'all, she actually taught my son. She was like back in the day taught my son. So that's before we even came to the church. But when you have someone that's as special as that, as a wife that can actually go off and do her own thing, she could have done so many things. How do you all keep the relationship and keep everything cohesive, keep everything in unity? Don't get out of the realm of, because I couldn't see myself getting jealous of my wife, but when she's that good, whatever she puts her voice to, her mouth to, it blows up. So how do you as a man filter out any negativity, any jealousy, anything that can possibly cause you to feel some type of way, having such a powerhouse as a wife that can preach, that can do the things that she does, man? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, Pastor. Everybody clings to her. I mean, everybody want to talk to Dr. Lady A. Everybody wants to just be able to say hello, have a conversation with her. I know everyone's pulling on her constantly. And I guess Teddy's saying sometimes you could be felt left behind because of so many people gravitating towards her because she's that person. I mean, she's beautiful. She, everybody just wants to be able to just get a little piece of her.
Well, I think it all goes back to the beginning of our relationship. When we got together, it wasn't Pastor Darren Freeman and it wasn't the artist Adrian Lewis. Okay, we were just two people falling in love, eating, dating, hanging out. Our first date was at Mount Zion. She had to sing. But, on stage, she's the artist. When she come down, she's the wife. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Same with me. I mean, at church, I'm the pastor. I get in that car, I'm Darren Freeman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so, and then whenever she has to go, and if I can go, I don't go to all her stuff, but if I can go, then I'm going to be her armor bearer. I'm gonna carry her shoes. I'm gonna carry her bag. I'm gonna carry her water. I'm gonna make sure she's good. I'm gonna help her up on that stage. But when she come down, I'm gonna give her back her slippers. She's gonna give me back her heels. I'm gonna give her back her pocketbook. You know what I mean? And guess what? She's Adrian.
Yes, sir.
When she come home, she cook. A lot of people don't believe that she can cook. She can. She's Adrian, and same for me. When on Mondays, I'm domestic Darren. I'm washing clothes. I'm doing.
Yes, sir.
So and to speak to the part about everybody's pulling on her. Personally, I love it because they pulling her, not me. You know what I mean? And I'm glad of that because we're on the same team. You know what I mean? So there's nothing for me to get jealous of, or feel some type of way, or I'm being left out. At the end of the day, we're a team.
Yes, sir.
And I'm good with that. And guess what? Even now that I got this little song out there, right? Now people are, the roles are being flipped just a little bit.
Yeah,
not much,
yeah.
just a little bit. And guess what? She's my biggest supporter, biggest fan. And, she's in my ear about what we should do about this video and blah, 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 blah. In other words, she's not a diva. Now, she could be if she wanted to, but she's not. She is Adrian, right? And then she's Lady A. And then she's Dr. Lady A. And then I guess the main thing is her parents and how she grew up. They're all grounded. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you can even see that with Aaron. Aaron's the number one gospel producer in the world.
Right.
According to Billboard. But you wouldn't know it by the way he rolled, And they're grounded. They're just good people. So, yeah. And you know what? To finish that story, you might want to have her on your show one day and do the same thing. So she could tell you more about that herself.
Look, now that we can do this right here and do video, we are going to be able to reach a lot more people. We're going to perfect this thing. That way we'll be able to reach people that's in different states. So I'm praying that Dr. Lady Adrian Lewis Freeman is listening to this show right now, and we would love to.
She's been texting me.
We would love to have her on. Okay. So and like I say, y'all, we look at her as a celebrity, but she's so down to earth and humble in her ways and what she does. So, I mean, if you're a friend of hers, it's almost like, yeah, that's my girl type of, you don't get no vibes of So man, I threw that out there because you got to understand, as a husband and having that type of a powerhouse in the same household, it could be a distraction sometimes. So that's why I threw that out there. But y'all do well, man. Y'all
awesome.
y'all carry yourself very well as what you all do, and we don't see no animosity towards either one of y'all as artists. Because could you handle me being an artist and you being an artist at the same time, or would you compete against me, Monica?
Listen to him. Now, only my husband would ask that kind of question. Only him.
I think you'd try to compete against me if you could. Nah, I'm messing with you.
I had to also do woo woo. Yeah, I would.
Monica will win all day long.
We will have a sing-a-thon at the house and make the kids judge.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's yeah. So Pastor, we just want to thank you and Lady A. I know we keep saying this, but we are so appreciative of how you all take time. Even yesterday when we was stranded at the airport, y'all took time of y'all schedule to pray for us and then check on us once we landed. I mean, how many pastors really, take the time to, really check on their flock? Not just us, it's several others. I know Lisa said you called her for her birthday. I was like, what? She's like, he's saying happy birthday to me. So I was like, wow, you get around and do what you have to do for your flock. And I think that's why we're so appreciative of you and Dr. Lady A. You just take everybody under your wing. Even on Saturday, Lisa, both of y'all took time out of y'all schedule and did a youth meeting to meet about the church. I mean, it's like you all are busy, but you're never too busy for the people of God. You all are excellent servants. I mean, you all make sure we are thoroughly taken care of. Us as sheep, we honor our shepherds of the house because you all take very, very good care of us.
So I got to throw something in there real quick with that comment she just made, Pastor. Tabernacle Baptist is not Nashville. It's not a mega church yet. But do you want Tab to ever reach a mega status or be a mega church? Do you want that from the church?
I want whatever the Lord feels that I as a pastor can handle.
Gotcha.
I do believe that my cup is not full. So if filling my cup means that we're going to be mega, then yeah, I want whatever the Lord has for me. If the Lord say, hey, I'm just going to give you one more member, I'm fine with that. Because I answered his call and I'm going to do until I can't do it no more, the best I can for his people, so, so if that, I'm not saying yes to mega, I'm not saying no to mega, because that word mega now doesn't mean a whole lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So mega could be 600 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but whatever it is, whatever the Lord has for me, I'm saying yes to him. So if that's what it is, yes, I would love that.
So to piggyback off that question, and this might, I don't know if the little hair that you got left on your head, man, does being a pastor of a church, does that bother you? Does it wear you out? Does it, I mean, how do you cope and just get away from the whole pastoring thing? What is your coping mechanism?
Or do you ever have any downtime? Because I know he's a hairstylist and his phone rings. I can imagine you as a pastor, as an artist, your phone is constantly ringing. Someone is needing something. Someone's sick. Someone has died. Everybody feels that if something go on in their life, they want their pastor and first lady to be there, no matter what. I mean, no matter how small they feel they are in the church, if they come once a month, they still expect for their pastor and their first lady to call or do something. But I'm like, you're human, and our church is not small, and it's hard to cater to everybody because everybody got something going on. You understand what I'm saying? Because you had Dante's thing on Saturday. We got stranded out of town, but you still took time to make sure that was taken care of, make sure we was taken care of, done your youth meeting on Saturday. So, yeah, how do you all...
Yeah, we got to throw Josh in there, too.
Josh. So, I mean, it's like never ending. So, I'm like, do I ever feel like you want to... I mean, I don't want to use the word break, but sometimes, I mean, you can only handle so much, and because you're human and then you want some me time yourself.
Well, first of all, I'm a people person. Okay, so I love that. But do I have a moment? Yes. And I know when that moment happens, my body starts to break down a little bit, and that's when I sleep. And I might not answer your call. It may happen maybe once every 2 months. I'm not going anywhere today. You know what I mean? I'm just going to lay down and I'm just going to sleep. I'm going to let the TV watch me and let Bella jump all over me, whatever. I'm done. Then the other thing about Lady A is she makes sure that we take our time away.
Yes.
Right. She would and she plans, the calendar. we're going here. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. Then she'll call Zeke. Don't plan nothing for him on this. Now, in as much as she'll say to me, I'm taking your phone, you already know.
I
Matter of
understand
fact,
that.
I mean,
Yes.
you might see me keep looking up. I'm looking at my computer, folk calling me now, and I'm just pushing them off, what have you. But nevertheless, I love what I do. At the end of the day, I love what I do.
Come on. To hear that from a man of a pastor to say he loves what he do, man. You gotta understand where I'm coming from, man. I've seen some pastors that just they didn't love what they do, and that was a great statement you just said. You love being a shepherd, and that's one thing you have to love this in order for it to be done properly and for it to be done on a level like it's being done. So yes, you good, and I'm gonna throw this in here. Vacations are definitely needed, man. I when you all went out of town a couple of weeks ago, I was so excited for you all because you don't see a lot of pastors that take out the time and go spend time with their wife, man. When I tell you that me and my wife, man, we rekindled over this vacation that I had in past. I haven't been taking vacations at all, neither, man. It's been, I mean, in the last 3 or 4 years, maybe one vacation, man. So but I'm learning now. We're gonna do what our pastor, the first lady, do. We're gonna put it on the calendar now and make dates from here going forth to make sure that we take care of our mental and take care of our physical, because that is needed in order for us to do God's work the way it's supposed to be done. Real quick, anything you want to say about your family, children, anything you want to put anything out there about any of them real quick before we go any further, because this hour goes by fast. But anything you want to say about your
I
children?
have 3 children. My oldest son, DJ, he's 31. Then Alfonsi Mookie, he's here with us. He's 28. And then Dana is 26. And I'm proud of all 3 of them and what they're doing. They're still young people, but they all have room to grow, and we're praying that and we know they're gonna grow because, like I say, they freedmans. You know what I mean? And we're trying to do the best there. Then we have a grandson who they say he's autistic, but I talked to him on the phone the other day, and this boy gave me his multiplications of 16s.
What?
All the way up to 8,000.
Wow.
Okay, so I don't know what they're talking about. And if he is autistic, he's on that other side of the spectrum autistic, okay? So he walked over to a piano. He heard something on TV, walked over to the piano and played it.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find somebody, one of my friends up there, who can give him lessons and that type of thing. So that's our family. But let me just say something about my main person, and that's Adrian. She is my best friend.
Wow.
All right. There are guys who have called, man, we're gonna take a trip. Dude, I'm not. If my wife can't go, I ain't going. I'm not going. I rarely take trips by myself. Sometimes I have to do it. But I feel lonely, and then we get out there. I get out there, and let's say I'm supposed to stay for 4 days. I'm ready to come home after 2. I'm ready to come home, and she's the same way. As she is my best friend. There's not much we don't do together. Not much of them. If I gotta go charge my car up, guess what? She's in the car with me.
In the car with you. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That is powerful, because after this weekend and getting our love back, I don't want to go nowhere without this girl neither, man. So that is powerful, man. And like I say,
I went to her school today, as a matter of fact. Helped her set up her classroom.
Man.
Oh.
We went and got breakfast. I went and helped her out, and I asked her, "Is that it? You need anything else?" And then she released me, and then she needed something from Walmart that she couldn't find. So I ended up going to Walmart and I found it for her. And she's my friend. I mean, so yeah.
So, in other words, what we're saying right now is that she's your first ministry. That comes first, as then the church. First God, then Lady A, then the church, then
Actually, that's a whole nother
a
show.
whole nother show, man.
Right.
Because
Amen.
I've been through that with my first marriage, and the church was number one. The church was number two. The church was number three. Then my kids. Then her.
Wow.
Okay. And then and that didn't work, obviously. But you've heard me say this, Tabernacle, y'all got a different pastor. If I'm not the pastor I once was at my first church. Tabernacle was second.
Absolutely.
Long,
Absolutely.
you know. So yep.
That's good to know and good to hear because, I mean, we know a lot of pastors don't feel like that. The flock is first, and then it, like you say, it dwindles down. So we thank you all. Thank you first of all, because what flows from the head flows down, and we've seen it in so many instances. Even when it comes down to, I know Lady A, I have gotten up there several times and prophesied, and when she prophesied, it actually comes to fruition. I mean, seriously. And that's why I say when it flows from the head down, even with money, you all been blessed, and to me, it's the trickle down into the to the congregation. So we feel blessed, we feel honored to have you all in our lives. I thank you all for.
We're the ones that's honored and blessed.
Listen to you.
We're the ones.
Yeah, y'all taking on our kids. I especially Trendy. I thank y'all for letting her be off into the media ministry. You and Dr. Lady A help her with this schooling to get her where she's at in that. So we can go on and on with that resume. So I felt God put us in great hands, because for a minute we were lost and wondering and was trying to find us a church home, and Tabernacle, that's where he set us, and that's where he placed us, and we've been flourishing ever since. And he's blessed us with good people. First you and Lady A, and then we got DeMarco to help us with the radio show, and just different things. So Tab is full of just wonderful.
The gifts are in the house. Yes, the gifts are in the house. I got one thing to ask before we get off this L pass, and this is something that I haven't asked a lot of my other pastor friends, but I'm going to ask you, man. We just had a death in our congregation, and then I just got to meet this young cat, and he was starting to really, you could see his life changing, and we lost him. As a pastor, how do you deal with losing a member and going through losses that affect? And I mean, you see them just like we see it. How do you? What are some of the things that you do as a pastor, or how do you? Because I know losing just someone leaving the church could hurt you. Because when I lose a customer, it hurts. So I know how that could feel, man. But for you to lose them to death, and you almost lost me, man, that would have been. But God saved me. But how did you deal, man? Because you just had to do a balloon release. You just had to, go through the whole thing of being there for the family, making sure that you praying with them, man. How do you deal with that, man? That's going to be the last question of the night, man. And maybe you'll be able to enlighten other pastors on how to cope and deal with this. And like I say, I'm only asking this because this is fresh in our ministry right now.
Yeah, it is true that, and as you said, Teddy, a little piece of you die, but I don't let it engulf me either. And I don't know how to say it without saying it. And that is, I mourn just like anybody else, but at the same time, I have to rejoice, especially when those who pass know where they're going.
Yes.
And I also know that I may have been a vehicle to help them get to heaven. And I know I'm going to be able to see them again, and they may, I don't even know how can I say this. I mean, just a piece of me will die, but at the same time, I had to rejuvenate that, knowing that I did what I could do, and to know that we were able to preach, and this young man heard the word, he said, I want to be saved. Then we give him new members orientation, and he again says the words, I know I'm saved, right? I'm saved because Jesus died for me.
Yes.
And his blood was shed for me. And I know he got up with all power in his hands. And then to go to the pool to solidify that. So no matter how you pass, salvation is still his. And I'm satisfied to know that I know where he is.
That's good.
I know where he is. And so I'm a little bit better. And I feel that God also tends to take what God does in terms of that balm in Gilead and soothe over that pain and that hurt that we as pastors will feel. But here's the thing, though. It's tough to not supposed to really show that in front of the congregation, because the congregation is always looking for that strong leader, right? But one day I know I'm going to break. But that's not to say that I'm not as strong, as a man or as a leader or as a pastor.
Yes.
I love my people. And I mean that, anybody that walk them doors, we love them, and it's called agape love. And that's the love that God has for all of us. And so, it was tough losing him like that. And I was one of the first ones on the scene. I just happened to be 3 miles away. And to embrace Anjanae and then, of course, Tanya, and to see the police there. I mean, it was surreal to me. But at the same time, I heard the Lord saying, I got him.
Wow.
He's okay. Now you make sure you convey that to the family. And that's what we did.
Okay.
That's good, man. That's good. And like I say, man, I want to throw that out there because as a business owner who deals with the service industry, when I lose a customer, it does something to me, man. And to hear you as a pastor say what you just said was powerful. You have to let the balm and Gilead soothe you enough in order for you to be able to get in front of the people, to soothe them, to pray for them. And man, you hit it on the head, man. So like I said, man, this has been an amazing night, man. We appreciate you coming on and just embracing us and giving us our time on the Teddy and Monica show. You all have been listening to WFTB 104.1 FM, Tab Nashville Gospel Radio. Pastor, we're going to let you give the last conclusion for the night, and just say whatever you want to say to our listeners, because we know we have some that's out there listening. So we're going to give you the mic, and then I say bye to the people after you finish with your conclusion for the night.
Well, first of all, I want to give a special shout out to the main man behind the cameras, and that's DeMarco.
Yes, sir.
Yes, DeMarco. Yay.
I thank God for DeMarco and Andrea for coming to our church. And we put them to work immediately, and you got Marco working as well. I'm excited about that. So thank you, DeMarco, for what you're doing, and elevating not only the brand, but elevating Teddy and Monica, and elevating yourself. And so we thank God for that. To all those who are listening, first of all, thank you for giving us a shot. In your spaces, wherever you are. Thank you for that.
Yes.
And continue to pray for us as we continue to climb higher. Tabernacle Baptist Church is open. We invite you 9:45 every Sunday morning. We get you out in time, just in time to get so that you can get some brunch, right? And orange juice with ice in it. That's it. Orange juice with ice in it. But thank you again. And we're excited. And I want to come back on this platform. So I've been addressing Monica because it's Monday, but tomorrow is Tuesday, so it'll be Teddy. But thank God for y'all, and tell Trinity I said hello.
We sure will.
Absolutely. So y'all, like I say, you all have been listening to this beautiful, beautiful broadcast today. You all, like I say, y'all, tell a friend about us. WFTB 104.1 FM. You can listen to your cars, you can listen to it on the internet, and trust me, you will be blessed like we were tonight. So you all have a blessed night. We love you all. And Pastor, we will see you Sunday because we not in no airplanes. We gonna if we got to walk to church, we'll see you Sunday, Doc. So
You gotta walk. We'll come get you.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, like I say, y'all have an amazing evening. Be blessed, and we're taking you out again with the end of Proverbs 3. Tablet on your heart. Todd Delaney, y'all. Y'all have a blessed evening. I told y'all it was going to be a good conversation. Sacrificial Conversations. Did you subscribe yet? Hit that like button. You might get something that's going to help your life. Y'all be blessed.